clearly a step in the right direction. I intend to support it. I understand it's likely to clear the House on a bipartisan basis. It's nice to see us working together to prevent a government shutdown, and we'll deal with all of the other big issues that we have ahead of us during this period between now and the time the CR expires. So I'm happy for him and look forward to seeing it pass on a bipartisan basis.
Today we learned that since President Biden has taken office, prices in this country have increased 17.6%. So just think about that for the average American family. Their purchasing power since President Biden has taken office is eroded by almost 20%. If you look at it, just food is 21% increase, energy 40% increase, gasoline 55% increase. This is what you get. This is Bidenomics in action. Higher prices, higher interest rates, and lower purchasing power for American families. The President's going to be meeting with President Xi this week. And of course, China is a huge economic competitor of ours. And I think if we're going to be competitive with China economically, we've got to do several things. One is we got to increase domestic energy production. We have huge resources here at home. The President and his administration have taken us off the playing field when it comes to domestic energy supply, and that's something that has a huge impact on inflation. They need to re-engage on trade. This administration has been missing in action when it comes to trade, particularly in that region of the world where China operates. If the United States were engaged there and doing business with other countries in that part of the world, it would make us not only much more competitive, but much more secure, because trade is a national security issue as well. So I would hope that tomorrow, when the President meets with President Xi, that he talks about and gets America on offense on issues that will impact our economy in a positive way, make us more competitive with China, and lower the cost for American workers. And that's dealing with energy, that's dealing with trade, and that's engaging on economic issues that are important to the pocketbooks of every American.
Dear friends, they are running out of time. Lawmakers in Congress have just a few days left to finalize an agreement. Democrats are finally signaling to support House Speaker Johnson's plan. However, it is now more likely that programs such as Medicare and SNAP. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for the latest breaking news in Congress. Also, this Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. After having trashed the idea of a two-step strategy to fund the government, House Democrats signaled that they are open to backing House Speaker Mike Johnson's plan. This move has significantly lowered the threat of his shutdown at the end of this week. So with a handful of conservatives rebelling against a stopgap funding bill, it means that Mike Johnson must get help from Democrats to get it through the chamber. On Monday afternoon, House Democratic leaders said they are considering supporting the Johnson strategy. And across the Capitol, Speaker Johnson's plan got a bipartisan boost from Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, suggesting the continuing resolution is likely to cruise through the Senate. Shortly after Johnson unveiled his laddered CR over the weekend, the White House panned it as an extreme and unserious proposal that would lead to more GOP chaos and dysfunction. But Monday, President Biden would not commit to veto Johnson's laddered continuing resolution if it came to his desk. Biden told reporters, "I'm not going to make a judgment on what I'd veto and what I'd sign. Let's see what they come up with." It's a remarkable reversal for Democrats. Just 4 days ago, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries criticized the laddered CR concept, saying neither Democrats nor the American public could understand it. But Johnson's proposal is a so-called clean continuing resolution with no spending cuts and no controversial policy riders. It is a significant concession to Democratic demands. The two-step approach would extend funding for part of the government through January 19, 2024, and fund the Defense Department and other remaining parts of the government through February 2nd. It is clear that Speaker Johnson will need to rely on Democrats to pass his first major legislation, given his razor-thin majority and the mounting GOP defections. Already, at least 8 House conservatives have said they will vote no on Speaker Johnson's plan, and many more could join that group. Johnson can only afford to lose 3 Republicans on his funding bill. The two-part continuing resolution had been put forward by members of the far-right Freedom Caucus, who see the staggered funding cliffs as a way to put pressure on Congress to reach a deal on individual appropriation bills. But conservatives blasted Johnson's plan for a variety of reasons, including that it did not include spending cuts. An early test for Speaker Johnson's proposal will come today, when the House takes up the rule for the CR rules, which govern how legislation comes to the floor, are typically passed by the majority party. But in this case, Johnson may need some Democrats to pass the rule. Senators have been devising a Plan B to keep the government open. But for now, it appears they may not need to. Today, the U.S. Treasury said the federal budget deficit in October shrank by nearly a quarter from 1 year earlier. This is as revenues climbed to a record for the month, thanks to delayed tax payments that helped offset fast-rising interest costs. The Treasury Department said the deficit for the first month of fiscal 2024 fell by 24% to $67 billion versus $88 billion a year earlier. It was the smallest October deficit since 2017. Economists polled by Reuters had estimated the deficit would come in at $65 billion. The report was released on the heels of ratings agency Moody's announcement that it had changed its outlook on the U.S. credit rating to negative from stable. They cited large fiscal deficits and a decline in debt affordability. Interest on debt, which is currently at $89 billion, was the second largest expenditure in October, after monthly Social Security payments of $118 billion. A year ago, interest on debt was exceeded by Social Security, national defense spending, and Medicare. Well, my awesome and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Dear friends, thank you so much for being part of this community. This coming Friday, I will be announcing several winners for this $75 Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you, and have a wonderful and very blessed week.